Welcome back students. In the previous lecture, we started with the select command. Today, we are going to discuss the details of the select command. The select command is used to fetch data from one or more tables present in a database. The select command extracts data from a table and this extracted data is displayed as the output. By default, all the rows of a table appear in the output. Let's understand the select command with the help of examples. We'll be using a table named EMPL in all these examples. This table stores the data of employees. Let's see the data that is stored inside the EMPL table. So we write select asterisk from EMPL. This is the simplest form of the select command. How do we write the select command? We first write select followed by asterisk. This asterisk represents all columns. That means all the columns of the table will appear in the output. After asterisk, we write from followed by the table name, that is EMPL. Let's see the output. The select command is used to display the entire data of the table. So the employee table has the following columns: employee number, employee name, the job of the employee, the ID of the employee's manager, that is the manager's ID, the joining date of the employee, the salary, the commission, and the department number to which the employee belongs. This table has 14 rows of employees' data, and you can see it's written here 14 rows in set. So the simplest form of select command will display all the rows of the table and all the columns of the table will appear in the output because of the asterisk. As discussed earlier, the select command is used to make a query on the data stored in the tables. What is query? Query means selective retrieval of data from the tables, generally based on a condition. For example, display only those rows of employees who are salesmen. In this query, the condition or criteria to retrieve records is that the job of the employee must be salesman. We will first cover simple queries and then cover queries based on conditions. We want to display the name and job of all the employees. That means we want to display only two columns, the employee's name and the job of the employee. So the command goes like this. We write select ename, comma, job. After the select command, either we write an asterisk here that represents all columns of the table will appear in the output. This time we need only two columns to appear in the output. So instead of placing an asterisk, we write only the names of the desired columns separated by commas. So we write ename, comma, job. Then from, and from is followed by the name of the table, that's employee, EMPL, semicolon, press the enter key. So the select command displays all the rows of the employee table, but only two columns appear in the output, the ename column and the job column. Let's take another example. We want to display the name, job, salary, and commission of all the employees. So we write select ename, comma, job, comma, sal, comma, commission from table name employee. So after the select command, we write the names of four fields. These four fields will appear in the output. Let's see the output. By default, the select command displays data for all the employees. So there are 14 rows in the employee table. All the rows appear in the output. Only 4 columns appear in the output: e-name, job, salary and commission as mentioned in the command. Let's take another example. Suppose we write select sal from employee. In this example, only one column salary will appear in the output. The select command by default displays all the rows of the table, so there are 14 rows in the result. And also duplicate values will appear in the output. In this example, you can see 21,000 appears 2 times in the output. The value 92,000 also appears 2 times in the output. That means duplicate data is displayed in the output. If you want to eliminate duplicate data from the output, there is a keyword called distinct that we can use with the select command. So if we write, let's change the command, select, before the name of the column salary, we write the keyword distinct. The distinct keyword eliminates or removes duplicate data from the output. Now, because of distinct keyword, only one occurrence of duplicate values will appear in the output. That means 21,000 will appear only once, 92,000 will also appear only once. Let's check the output. In this output, duplicate data is eliminated. 21,000 is displayed only once, whereas there were 2 occurrences of 21,000 in the table. Similarly, 92,000 also appears only once, and there were 2 occurrences of 92,000 in the table. So the distinct keyword is used to eliminate duplicate data in the output. It shows only one occurrence of the repetitive data. The distinct keyword is not applied to a single field. The distinct keyword is applied to duplicate rows. Let's take one more example to understand the distinct keyword. Suppose we want to write a query that displays the job and salary of the employees. So we write select job, sal from employee. Only 2 columns will appear in the output, the job and the salary. Let's check the output. By default, duplicate rows of data will appear in the output. Let's check if we have any duplicate rows or not. So we have clerk 21,000 and clerk 21,000. So these are 2 duplicate rows. Let's check some more duplicate rows. Yes, we have manager 92,000, manager 92,000. So these 2 rows are also duplicate. If we want to eliminate these duplicate rows from the output of the select command, we will make use of the distinct keyword. So we write, let's change the same command, and before the columns, we write the keyword distinct. So the command becomes select distinct job, sal from EMPL. Let's check the output. So the duplicate rows are now not displayed in the output of the select command. Clerk 21,000 appears only once, and manager 92,000 also appears only once. Without writing the distinct keyword previously, there were 14 rows in the result, and with the distinct keyword, now we have 12 rows in the output. That means the duplicate rows have been eliminated. I told you earlier that by default duplicate rows appear in the output. So if we write select job, sal from employee, the duplicate rows will appear in the output. There is another keyword which is called all that can be used in place of distinct. So if we write select all and then the names of the columns that will appear in the output, all means all the duplicate rows will appear in the output. So clerk 21,000 appears 2 times, manager 92,000 appears 2 times. That means the all keyword is optional. Even if you do not write the all keyword, duplicate rows by default appear in the output. So the all keyword is just meant to increase the readability of the command. Let's take the next example. We can use arithmetic operators with the select command. Arithmetic operators are used to perform arithmetic calculations. What are operators? An operator is a symbol that represents the calculation that you want to perform, like plus. Plus is a symbol that specifies the addition operation. Suppose we write select 34 plus 89. Here, plus is the operator. The values 34 and 89 on which the addition will be done are known as operands. This combination of operators and operands is called an expression. An expression is a valid combination of operators and operands. The expression is evaluated to return a result. So the result of this expression 34 plus 89 will be 123. We say an expression is a valid combination of operators and operands. What do we mean by a valid combination? Let's take another example to understand this. Suppose we write select 34 plus, within quotes we provide a text value, let's say work. As discussed earlier, text values in MySQL are enclosed in quotes. This expression does not contain a valid combination because the plus operator represents addition and it can add two numeric values. In this expression, the operator plus takes two values. The first value is a number 34 and the second value is a string, that means a text value. So this is an invalid combination, though MySQL does not report any error, but this expression is invalid. There are 5 arithmetic operators in MySQL: addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and modulus. Let's take one or two examples. Suppose we write select 25 divided by 5. The division operator represented by / returns the quotient. So the answer is 5. Suppose we write select 25 divided by 2. The answer is 12.5. Let's take one example of modulus operator. The modulus operator returns the remainder of a division. The modulus operator is represented by the percent sign. So we write select 25 modulus represented by the percent sign 5. The modulus operator divides two numbers and returns the remainder. 25 divided by 5, the remainder is 0. Suppose we write select 27 modulus 2. 27 divided by 2, the remainder is 1. Suppose we want to write a query that displays the employee's name, job, salary, and the salary of each employee increased by 1000 rupees. So, four columns will appear in the output. We write select ename, comma, job, comma, sal, comma. The fourth column in the output should be the salary increased by 1000 rupees. So we write sal plus 1000 from EMPL. Four columns appear in the output: ename, job, sal. These are fields of the table. The fourth column is called an expression, sal plus 1000. For each employee, it picks up the value of the salary field, adds 1000 and displays the increased value. So it was 21,000 plus 1000 becomes 22,000. Salary was 30,000 plus 1000 becomes 31,000, and so on for all the employees. Remember, the select command is used to make a query on the data stored in the tables. So the select command extracts data from the table. The original data remains unchanged. So sal plus 1000 is just displayed. The original salary will not change because the select command only picks up data from the table and displays the extracted data. Also notice when the output of a select statement is displayed, the heading that appears at the top of the output is the same as the column name or the arithmetic operations being done on the columns of the table. MySQL provides another category of operators called relational operators. Relational operators are used to compare two values. The result of the comparison is either true or false. Relational operators are also called comparison operators. There are 6 relational operators in MySQL: greater than, less than, greater than or equals, less than or equals, equals, and not equals. Let's understand these operators with the help of some examples. Suppose we write select 45 greater than 78. 45 greater than 78 is called an expression. In this expression, there are two values 45 and 78 which are being compared. There is one operator, the greater than symbol, which is a relational operator. Is 45 greater than 78? The result is false. In MySQL, false is represented by 0 and true is represented by 1. So the result is false, hence the output is 0. Let's take another example. Select 234 less than 890. 234 less than 890, the result of this comparison is true, and true is represented by 1, hence the answer is 1. Let's take one more example. Suppose we write select 45 not equal to 78. Not equal to is represented by this symbol. 45 is not equal to 78, it's true, hence the answer is 1. So far we discussed in MySQL that the select command extracts and displays all the rows of a table. How can we display selective rows from a table? So, to retrieve and display specific records, the where clause is used with the select command. The where clause extracts only those records which satisfy a particular condition. We all know a condition is an expression that is made up of relational operators. The condition specified with the where clause is checked on each row of the table, and the rows where the condition evaluates to true will be retrieved and displayed in the output of the select command. Let's take an example to understand this. Suppose we want to display only those employee details who are managers. Here, the condition is the job should be manager. So we write select asterisk from EMPL. After the table name, we write the where clause, where, and now we write the condition. The job should be equal to manager. So we write job equal to manager. Manager is a text value, hence it should be enclosed in quotes. So we write in quotes manager. Let's see the output. There is a typing mistake in this command. The quotation mark was not closed after manager. Even if you try to rectify the mistake by typing the correct command at the current cursor position, the command will not work. You can see still we do not get the output. We now have to get back to the MySQL prompt. How can we come back to the MySQL prompt? Type the quotation mark that was missing in the command, followed by a semicolon, and press the Enter key. Now you are back at the MySQL prompt where you can type the command again. So we bring back the previous command and press the Enter key. This is the output of the select command. So we have 3 rows in the output because there are 3 employees who are managers. Let's check the original table to verify the result. There are 3 employees who are managers. This condition specified with the where clause will be checked on each row of the table. The value of the job field should be equal to manager. Internally, the first record is picked up and the value of the job field is clerk. Is clerk equal to manager? The condition is false. Then the second record is picked up. The value of the job field is salesman. Is salesman equal to manager? It's false. When 2 text values are compared for equality, character by character matching is done. And so on, it picks up each record, and here the value of the job field is manager. Is manager equal to manager? True. This record will appear in the output. Also notice, in this value, M is in capital letters, and with the where clause, the M that we wrote is in small letters. While comparing text values in MySQL, the comparison is case insensitive. So capital M and small m will not be treated differently. Let's take another example. We want to display the name, job and salary of only those employees whose salary is more than 60,000. So we write select ename, job, sal. These are the 3 fields which should appear in the output, followed by from EMPL. Then comes the where clause. Only those rows should be displayed where the salary is more than 60,000. So we write where sal greater than 60,000. This is the condition that is specified with the where clause. And the output will be there are 6 rows or 6 employees whose salary is more than 60,000, and we can check it here. So children, we wind up for today and will continue with more examples of where clause in the next lecture.